Hello friends, we are here with the next video of IGCSE February March 2024. In this question, the examiner has given you the following information. The table shows the information about the marks gained by each of 10 students in a test, and he has given us the frequency and marks as in a form of table. 15, 4, 16, 1, 17, 2, 18, 1, 19, 0, 22. He is asking for the range, calculate the range. First of all, you have to mark these questions as X and this frequency as F. What is the range? Range is basically difference of highest and lowest value from X. This is the highest value while this is the lowest value from X. So the range will be 20 minus 15, that is 5. The next question is calculate the mean. It's mean you have to use this table to calculate the mean of the data. Since we know that the formula for mean is summation fx over summation f. This summation means sum. Fx means you have to multiply f with relevant x. After performing this operation, you have to sum them up. So here you have to multiply this 15 with 4, then this 16 with 1, then 17 with 2, 18 with 1, 19 with 0, and 20 with 2. Moreover, summation f mean sum of the frequencies. If you add 4 with 1, then 2, 1, 0, it will be 10, which is already given in question that there are 10 students. So summation f will be 10. If you calculate it on calculator, you will get the answer 168 by 10. So your mean will be 1.68. In part 3, he is asking for median. Find out the median means mid value of this data. To find out the median, you have to use the formula to determine the position. If you sum these frequencies together, you will get the answer 10. It means that summation of f over here is 10. And this 10 is even. So there are two formulas to find out the position of particular number in a given data. Here the question is discussed for even. So position will be calculated in this way. Position, that is equals to n by tooth term and n by 2 plus 1th term. Since we know that the total number of observations are 10, so 10 by 2th term and 10 by 2 plus 1th term. 10 by 2th means this is 5th term, and if you see over here, this is 5 plus 1, 6th term. It means you have to find out 5th and 6th term of this data for calculation of median. You have to take average of these two terms. First of all, you have to find out which two terms are categorized for fifth or sixth terms. If you see over here, it's mean 15:4. The data can be expanded in a way 15, 15, 15, 15. We have to write this 15 4 times. Then next 16 for 1 time, 17 for 2 times, 18 for 1 time, 19 for 0 time, and 20 for 2 times. Now click the fifth and sixth term. This is fifth while this one is sixth term. You have to add these two terms in order to find the average of both. 16 plus 17 by 2. 16 plus 17 will be 33. 33 by 2, and you will get the median of this particular data as 16.5. In part number 4, he is asking about to write down the mod. First, you should know what the term mod means. Mod means most frequent value. In other words, or simpler form, you can say the value which occur most in data. 15 occurs 4 times, 16 occurs 1 time, 17 twice time, 18 1 time, 19 does not exist in data, 20 exists 2 times. So which number is occurring most frequently in a data? That is 15. So the mod of this data is 15. In a B part of the question, the examiner has given you the statement as pause means marks for 7 home task is 17. It's mean that he has done the homework for 7 subjects and the mean is 17. After completing the 8th task, his mean marks is 17.5. It's mean when he has done homework for 7 subjects, he has mean as 17, whereas when he added another subject known as 8th task, his mean becomes 17.5. What he is asking for? Calculate the Paul's marks for 8th task. You have to tell him what were the marks of Paul's in 8th task. First of all, calculate, or you can use the data in a first line. As we know, the formula for mean is x bar. This notation is for mean. Here it is sum of observation. Let's call this as y. Sum of observations as x or y. You can use it even as x by total number of observations. As you know, the value of x bar, it's 17. Sum of observation I have denoted as x, and total number of observations are 7. You simply multiply this 17 with this 7. You will get the answer x is equals to 119. But in this question, he is asking to find out the marks in 8th subject or 8th task. So when I denote this 8th task as y, my formula will be x bar, and sum of 7th observation is denoted by x, whereas the 8th task is given by y, And total number of the observations are changed this time because previously they were 7 in number. While adding one more, it will become 8. And this time the mean is given as 17.5. Value of x is given 119. You have to multiply this 8 with 17.5. From the result, you have to minus 119 and you will get the value of y as 21. As I have denoted the 8th task as y, so here we get the answer that he has scored 21 marks in 8th task. In the last part of the question, the examiner says the table shows the percentage scored by each of 100 students in their final exams. He has given all the data in a form of table. In table, he has given two things, percentage and frequency. What he is asking for on the grid, draw the histogram. It means that you have to draw the histogram on a graph paper to show this information. It means you have to draw the pictorial representation of this data by drawing histogram. In order to draw the histogram, you need two things. You have to plot x-axis and y-axis. In x-axis, you have to plot percentage, while in y-axis, you have to plot frequency distribution. It means we have to calculate the frequency distribution first, then we will translate, or you can say draw the information on graph paper in a form of histogram. So first find out frequency distribution. What is the method to calculate the frequency distribution? Actually, he has given you the frequency. This is the frequency for first interval. You have to divide this 12 with the difference of 30 and 0. 30 minus 0 will be 30. It means you have to divide 12 with that of 30. You will get answer 0.4. Same thing you have to repeat over here. You have to divide 18 with the difference of 50 and 20. The difference of 50 and 30 is 20. So after dividing, you will get answer 0.9. Repeat the same process over here. Divide 35 with the difference of 60 and 50. 60 minus 50 will be 10. So after dividing 35 with 10, you will get 3.5. Repeat the same procedure with 20. Divide the difference of 70 and 60, that is 10. So here you get the answer 2. This is actually you are finding the frequency distribution in order to plot y-axis of histogram. Divide 15 with the difference, that is 100 minus 70 will be 30. So here you get 0.5. Now what you have to do, you have to graph these things on histogram. 0.4, 0.9, 3.5, 2 and 0.5. Now we will show you how to draw the histogram on a grid. We are going to draw the histogram over here. So I'm taking the scale. If I mention the scale over here, scale, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. This is x-axis while this one is y-axis. Here I'm going to take frequency distribution, while here I'm going to take percentage. The scale which I'm gonna discuss here is one small block along x-axis. One small block is equals to 1. One small box is equals to 1 small box is equals to 1. This is for x-axis, basically, which is percentile axis. One small box is equals to 0.1 for y-axis. Okay, if I mention over here, it is 0. On this red line, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. Now take the first frequency distribution, that is 0.4. It's mean you have to take 4 blocks along y-axis. If I can make it clear, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the line for 4th block, and you have to take frequency up to 0 to 30. It's mean that you have to draw the line from 0 point this way. This is 30, while this point is 0.4. If you see the next frequency distribution, that is 0.9, it's mean 0.9 is a line over here, and you have to take it to 50. This is 50th one. And you have to take it to 0.9. This is 0.9. Okay. Next, what you have to take, this was my point this time, 3.5. 3.5 will be, this point is for 3.5. For frequency distribution of 3.5, you have to take the range from 50 to 60. This is a 60. This one. This is in the same way. You have to take frequency distribution 2 from 60 to 70. This is 2 and this is 70. You have to draw the histogram like this. Next is 15 from 70 to 100. For 15, you have to draw the last column by yourself. That will be drawn from this to this, while if you use the graph scale, this is equals to 3.5, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you have to mark it till 15, 0.5. So 0.5 will be over here. This is 0.5. I have to complete it. 200. So this is your histogram. You can mention here 0 less to 30, 30 less than equals to 50, and mark 50 less p less than equals to 60, 60 less p equals to 70, and you can mark also here 70 less p less than equals to 100. This is basically the histogram which the examiner was asking from you. Hopefully you have understood the lecture. If you have any sort of ambiguity, you can come in comment section. Thank you for watching the video.